Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this week's edition of I Got the Runs, where we do a quick flashback to this week's Flash episode.
The answer to last week's flash fact is Keystone City and Central City. We started the episode off with the main villain of the season, Cicada, killing the villain from last week. What's his name? Gridlock, it don't matter. But he was working the hell out of him. If you see Cicada, he looks like a broke-ass horror villain. It's like he started Saturday the 14th, and I know what you did last Tuesday. Cut to Cecile, who's mad because she's losing her powers. And I know that's a huge travesty because we haven't used that in any plot point, in any storyline ever. So I don't even know why they padding it out with that. You know why? Because they don't have enough content to fill this damn episode. We get introduced to the meta of the episode, and her name is Vanessa Jensen, who goes by the name Block. She's able to create blocks of space around things to protect her and, crush things to death. It's a very basic ass power. It's a very basic ass meta. This should be over in 5 minutes. But no, we got 22 episodes and we got nothing to do. The B plot of the episode is Cisco because he still sees Gypsy because they're connected together because of their vibe powers. So, whenever he watches a movie, he can hear her laugh. Whenever he eats, he can see her face. Whenever he takes a shit, ew. Wait, ew. I wonder what happens when she gets with another man. For this entire time, Cisco is depressed. He keeps seeing a girl that he can't get with, like dudes on the internet, and he's just sitting there, he don't know what to do with himself. So they decide to cheer him up by sending Caitlin and Ralph to go cheer him up because the writers think Ralph is funny and we still haven't caught the joke yet. Cut to, we run into Iris, who apparently is a reporter. I know, I'm just as shocked as you is. Last season she was a DJ. I don't keep up with this shit. She ain't even important. We cut back to the C plot, which is still Cecile, who's upset because she doesn't know how to communicate with her child without her powers. And the whole time I'm like, first of all, why are you acting like you weigh 40 and already got 2 kids? One of them that used to be a stripper. Why are we forgetting that you've already been a parent before? What's up with this? Like, they do not know how to write women, especially black women in this show. So now it's that time that Barry and Nora meets up with the villain for the first time of the episode. Now, just between me and you, we 30 minutes in the episode. Do you think they're gonna stop the villain? I'll wait. No, they don't, because they still got 30 more minutes of bullshit. She ends up escaping. Cut back to the B plot, which is Cisco, and he's still down in the dumps because he missed Gypsy. So how do they solve this? Ralph gives him a makeover. The whole 90s montage bullshit. Like I said, when you got 30 minutes to fill, you will put anything in an episode. Caitlin is crying because her daddy wasn't there and he may be alive or dead, but we don't care because she's just making noise in the back. She storms off because we tired of looking at her. Back at the lab, Nora and Barry are trying to train, and Nora is pissing and moaning because, Barry, why are you treating me like a child? And then 5 seconds later proceeds to act like a goddamn child. How old is she supposed to be? I'm reading 12, maybe 10. Another thing that's been bugging me this whole time, she's from the future, and you telling me you don't know how to stop this villain already? No, so now it's time for the last 10 minutes. You know what that means. Barry and Nora squares up with Block again. The meta of the episode. Of course they stop her because this is a no-name villain and it was unnecessary to begin with. Now, just as the episode is about to conclude, and I'm about to cry because I was forced to watch some more bullshit, my boy Cicada shows up to save the episode. Not only did he stab the meta of the episode, Vanessa, in the back, he ends up taking the powers of Cisco, Ralph, and Barry and proceeds to beat the piss and shit out of them for like 5 square minutes. I mean, it was horrible. Like, I would hope that at least one of them knows some martial arts or something. But without their powers, they are nothing. He rocks them, then walks away. Even when Nora shows up to help to stop him. Like, he walks off the screen, come back because he left his cell phone and wallet, came back, because his lip wasn't there yet, and then proceeds to just walk off the screen while Nora sits there and watches it hard as her dad, her hero, which, raised the bar on your heroes, is laying on the floor beating it bloody. Cut to the end of the episode, we find out that the team finds out that this guy's name's Cicada, and they look at Nora because she seems to know who this is, and the episode ends.
Oh yeah!
The Savage Award in this episode goes to Cicada. Even though he looked like a broke-ass horror villain, he can lay those hands. I mean, he was just the way he was beating up Barry and the crew was just downright disrespectful. Like, at one point, he went in his suit and stole his lunch money. The Doo-Doo Award in this episode goes to Nora, because for somebody who's supposed to be from the future and a 25-year-old woman, and the writers too. You get some of this this turd nugget too. Now it's time for this week's Flash Fact. The Speed Force has a polar opposite. What is it called? Ooh, I'm trying, y'all. I'm really trying. Thank you guys for joining us for this week's episode of I Got the Runs. I'm just hoping that it gets better. But until next time, like and subscribe. We have plenty of other content on this channel for you to watch. We do other shows and other reviews. But until next time, I need to get up out of here. Deuce.